Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Everyday ADV. Today we're going to be working on the CFMOTO Ibex 450. The primary thing we're going to be working on today is the installation of the new skid plate, which is the T-Rex skid plate. This skid plate is aircraft quality aluminum, CNC cut and bends, and TIG welded. And I'm telling you, the welds are beautiful. Additionally, this one though comes in at 6.9 ounces, according to my scale here in the shop. So we're going to be adding some weight to the bike, but it will be below center of gravity, so it won't be too terribly bad. But let's get started on it and see how it looks. So our first step to removing the skid plate will be to remove these plastic covers. That's a 5mm Allen wrench. So the next part of removing the skid plate is removing these two 13mm bolts on either side. Removing this 6mm Allen key behind the lower crash bar. And because the lower crash bar is on, I'm sure I'm going to have to remove that 5mm Allen bolt right there, or at least loosen it because the lower and the upper are attached together at that point. I know here. And you saw that drop there. Somebody asked if it would fit the stock lower CFMOTO crash bars. And the response that I saw from T-Rex Racing was that they didn't know, that the mock-up that they had did not have lower bars on it, and so they could not answer that question, whether it would work or not. I do have the lower crash bars, so we're going to try to install it with those. I went ahead and removed the lower crash bar, and I went ahead and removed the horn, which was a single bolt here, 13mm socket. I just put that back out of the way. That's just to give me more room, flexibility to move around as we dry fit this skid plate. So. All right. I can almost start that bolt, but it's run into that radiator cover, and I don't want to strip this bolt out, so I'm going to put a jack under here and see if I can hold this up. So we've jacked that up just to bring the plate up high enough to the bolt holes, and looks pretty good. I mean, that fits, just goes in easily now. And as you see now that I have that in the right place, the plastic radiator cover is hitting the top of the skid plate, but let's get everything snugged up and see how that kind of finished look is. Nice. Now let's try to dry fit the other items back on just to see how they're going to work. That's what I thought. That horn is not going to go in there. Well, it'll be tight. And there's the answer. Just bent those tabs down a little bit, and we're off and running. All right, the lower crash bar fits here with a bushing and then down on that same bolt we just took out.
Turn this upside down.
Clearly this lower crash bar will work with this skid plate, and probably offer me a little protection still here, so I'm going to go ahead and leave it on. During the dry fit, we removed this part of the crash bar, lower crash bar, in order to get better access. I put it back on so it'll be quick to install, and I've just pulled it out of the way as well as the other side. These are our mounting bolts, locations here, and here, and here. So we'll put this up and get these first two started. So the next thing we learned during the dry fit was that the jack would be necessary to kind of hold this up into place, and make sure we check our clearances again up at the base of the radiator. So let's see if that'll get it to line up. Shouldn't have taken much. And there we go. Now let's move around and focus on the horn. Remember in the dry setup, we had to adjust the horn so that it would fit and miss the skid plate. And so we bent these tabs over slightly, and it works perfectly. Now the tab goes right in there, bolt. And that's that. All right, the skid plate is on. Let's do a walk around. That's the fully installed T-Rex Racing skid plate on the 2025 Ibex 450. And as stated before, this includes the lower crash bars. I was able to leave those on. It fit perfectly well. Looks good. And now from the right side. All right, well, that's it. Thank you for watching.